Hi everyone, welcome to Live Interactive English. This is Karen.
Hey everybody, I am Shane.
Today we're looking at day 2 of Winter Fun in Budapest. And the vocabulary words are ballet.
Ballet.
Tony bought tickets for us to see a ballet performance.
Orchestra.
Orchestra.
My brother plays the violin in the school orchestra.
Magical.
Magical.
The kids had a magical time at Disneyland.
Glide.
Glide.
The dancers glided across the stage and bowed.
Charming.
Charming.
Albert looked quite charming dressed in a suit.
I look pretty charming myself.
You look pretty charming yourself. So Shane, we're still talking about Budapest today.
That's right.
Right. Last time we talked about, what the things that you can eat there and the different kind of things that you can see. How about today? What else can we experience when we go to Budapest?
Well, if you're going to be there in the winter, you have to go to see the Nutcracker Ballet.
Really?
Yeah, it's performed in the Budapest's National
Opera House.
And it's an incredible and amazing experience.
For Christmas, right?
Right, what I've heard, because I went in the summer, as you remember.
That's right. And also there's the city park, and it has a huge lake. So I think in the summertime people would,
go
row
boating.
That's right, go boating, or in the wintertime they go ice skating.
Yeah, because the water freezes and now it's time to ice skate. Woo.
So I guess in the wintertime it's pretty cold as well. Right? And I heard that you can even get a glance of the castle as you glide across the ice.
Oh, sounds amazing.
That's right. And what else is in the park? There's something cool. The thermal baths.
The bathhouses, that's the coolest thing.
What's that?
That's all year around. So it's kind of like going to the hot springs.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, so when I went there in the summer, you have to go to the bathhouses because there's so many and they're not very expensive, and you can get a really nice massage.
Wow.
And go and soak in the spa and
Wow, because it's part of the Hungarian culture, right?
Yeah, so they've been doing this for over 2,000 years. So,
okay, I guess it sounds really, really interesting.
And I think in the winter going to those hot bathhouses would be so nice.
Because they have different ones like indoor and outdoor too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm going to plan a trip to Budapest.
I need to go back for the winter.
That's right. Okay, and for you guys, please enjoy today's lesson.
Enjoy.
Winter Fun in Budapest.
To celebrate Christmas, Budapest's Hungarian State Opera House hosts performances of the Nutcracker each December. It's a truly special treat to experience this Christmas ballet classic in such a stunning environment as the Opera House. When the lights go out, the orchestra begins, and the stage comes to life, you'll feel like you've entered a magical world.
Welcome to Live Interactive English Magazine. Today is day 2, reading an article called Winter Fun in Budapest. Let's start our article for today.
Okay.
The first line says, to celebrate Christmas, Budapest's Hungarian State Opera House hosts performances of the Nutcracker each December.
Great. Okay, the Nutcracker, of course, is a famous ballet by Tchaikovsky.
Dun, 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 dun.
Can you do the whole performance for us now? All the
That would
characters?
take like an hour.
Okay. It's kind of a fairy tale, right? But it's a traditional Christmas ballet. I remember as a kid, my sister studied ballet. Every Christmas, I would get dragged off to go see the Nutcracker. But actually, it's quite good.
You loved it.
A lot
Secretly,
of
you loved it.
Well, I think I grew to like it. A lot of the music, actually, I think if people heard it, they would know it
You were
instantly.
enchanted.
Because
You
it's
loved
so
it.
famous. Sometimes. Anyway, so yes, you can see this wonderful Christmas ballet, The Nutcracker, at the Hungarian State Opera House. It's a truly special treat to experience this Christmas ballet classic in such a stunning environment as the Opera House. It's a beautiful old opera house. It's probably been there for hundreds of years. Stunning is something that's really beautiful, really amazing to see and experience. And in this case, we're talking about a ballet performance, which is a type of artistic performance, like an opera or a musical or something, but it's a little different, right? What exactly is ballet?
Ballet is an artistic form of dance, okay? Ballet dancers just don't dance like regular people.
Like
no.
hip-hop?
No, not at all. Ballet is very, very strict. You have to use precise steps, and you have to be very, very controlled and elegant when doing your gesturing. Anyways, yes, ballet is a fancy, artistic type of dance that's very difficult to do. Mike is not doing ballet right now. He's doing a bad impression of ballet, but I'm sure his sister probably did an excellent job when she was dancing in the Nutcracker. For example, anyways, Tony bought tickets for us to see a ballet performance.
Oh, okay. Swan Lake is a ballet that
go.
a lot of people would probably know. Romeo and Juliet, some really famous ones out there. And ballet is, it's a great kind of a performance and very difficult to do
Very
as
difficult.
well. Yeah. So when the lights go out there in the State Opera House, the orchestra begins and the stage comes to life. You'll feel like you've entered a magical world. Wow, that's a good way to describe almost any great theater performance. The orchestra, or the band, the people playing the music. Generally, we consider an orchestra to be playing classical music. They probably have some violins and cellos, as well as trumpets and all the other stuff. Orchestras can be anywhere between sort of 40 and maybe 80 people for a really big one, but you won't find an orchestra playing, rock and roll or jazz or things like that. They're playing classical music generally. For example, my brother plays the violin in the school orchestra. So they're making the music, the dancers are doing their dances, and it's a magical world they create.
It's a magical world. Here we have the word magical. It's an adjective, of course. And magical means that you're talking about magic. Magical is having to do with magic. And just remember, magic's the power to do things or to change things using supernatural or mysterious forces.
Like Harry Potter.
Like Harry Potter. You just stole all of my thunder. Anyways, that's the word magical. For example, the kids had a magical time at Disneyland. Apparently they were transported to a place where impossible things that are amazing occurred. So they had a great and magical time. Oh, how about that? Anyways, with that, folks, it's time for us to take a break. But don't go away. We'll be back with more in no time.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。我们从 Day One 的文章可以知道，如果你趁12月的时候呢，去拜访布达佩斯，不但可以去逛圣诞市集，去吃美食，还可以看到很多有趣的活动表演。像在布达佩斯的匈牙利国家歌剧院，他们会举办胡桃钳 The Nutcracker 的演出。那胡桃钳是一出很有名的芭蕾舞剧 ，ballet 就是芭蕾舞。除了我们知道胡桃钳啊，还有那个非常有名的天鹅湖 Swan Lake， 它也是著名经典的芭蕾舞剧。当你坐在这个匈牙利国家歌剧院这么令人惊艳的环境里面去欣赏胡桃钳，灯光暗掉，管弦乐团开始演奏，整个舞台就开始变得很生动活跃，好像进入了一个魔幻世界。好，那这边有2个单字，首先Orchestra 是指管弦乐团，那我们知道 magic 是魔术魔法，而 magical 是它的形容词，就表示有魔力的或者很迷人的。好，接着回到课文中。
Winter fun in Budapest.
Budapest City Park is another place to go for winter fun. It has a huge lake that is used for boating in the summer and ice skating in winter. Visitors can rent skates near the rink and enjoy the view of Vajdahunyada Castle as they glide across the ice. Besides skating, the park also offers one of the best and largest thermal baths in Europe.
All right, we've been to the Hungarian Christmas market.
Yes.
We've gone and seen a ballet.
Yes.
Is that it? Does Budapest have anything else for
Are
us?
you kidding? Are you crazy? Have you lost your mind? We haven't even started talking about all the great things to do in Budapest. Yeah, slap your face in surprise because you're going to be even more surprised when you hear about the next place we're going to visit, Budapest's City Park. They have a park.
Wow.
In the city.
In the city.
And it's great. It's another place to go for winter fun. It has a huge lake. Isn't that pretty awesome? A huge lake.
It's winter though.
Yes, yes.
It's a lake in winter.
Yes.
You can only use lakes in the summer for boating. What can you do in the winter on a lake?
You're from Florida, aren't you? A warm part of America. Well, in the winter they have this stuff called ice. And the water turns into ice, so you can still use the lake. Here, let me tell you.
You're Canadian, so you know all about ice.
I know all about ice, that's right. It's a huge lake that is used for boating in the summer when the water is water, and ice skating in the winter. when the water turns to ice. You put on your little shoes, your skates, and whoosh, 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 you go skating across the lake. It's wonderful.
That's
Great fun.
That does sound great,
You
but
can just skate for miles.
you might be wondering, how do we go about getting the equipment necessary to skate?
So a
Well,
lot of people don't have skates or wouldn't take them on holiday.
I know I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But it says visitors can rent skates near the rink and enjoy the view of Vajdahunyad Castle as they glide across the ice.
What was the name of that castle again?
Vajdahunyad.
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 So basically, we're on a lake that's frozen ice. We're skating, and up over next to us is a castle. That is magical.
Vajdahunyad
That is
Castle.
magical. That sounds
Magical.
pretty amazing. So you're renting skates. You're just paying to use them. Maybe a small amount of money for like 1 hour, something like that. Like you rent an easy bike or something, a U-bike, I should say. So that's great. You don't have to bring your own skates. And there's a castle. What was the castle's name?
Vajdahunyad.
Vajdahunyad Castle, and it's right up there as you're gliding across the ice. Now, to glide is to sort of move smoothly without any great effort, maybe even quietly. So think of the way a duck would move across the water in a pond.
Yeah.
Think of the way that a bird would sort of just, sort of float through the sky, or the way a person who's good at skating would go across the ice. Of course, if you're not good at skating, you'll do this and you'll fall down. That's not gliding. Gliding is like a dancer on a dance floor. It's very graceful, it's very smooth. They might be working, but they're making it look super easy because their body is moving so smoothly and beautifully. It's lovely.
Do we have an example sentence for the word glide?
The dancers glided across the stage and bowed.
Sounds very elegant.
Very.
Anyways, besides skating, the park also offers one of the best and largest thermal baths in Europe. So if you wanted to take a hot bath while you're in Budapest around Christmas time during the winter, hey, go for this park, go for City Park, and ask to see whoever's in charge of the thermal bath, buy a ticket, and go on in and take a nice hot thermal bath.
Wow, sounds great. After spending the day walking around in the cold, a warm thermal bath would be just the thing you need to warm you
Delightful.
up. Yeah, really nice.
Anyways, folks, with that, it's time for us to take another break. But don't go away. We'll be back to wrap things up right after this.
好，接着来看看另外一个可以享受冬季乐趣的地方，那就是布达佩斯的城市公园。它有一座很大的湖，夏天可以去划船，然后冬天可以溜冰。附近还有溜冰场，他们有出租溜冰鞋。当你滑行在这个水面上，这个冰面上面呢，你还可以欣赏这个维达杭雅城堡 （Vajdahunyad Castle）。好，这个字很难念 ，Vajdahunyad。好，我们来看看单字 glide， 它在文章里面是当动词来用，就表示滑行、滑动。那么 rink 是指溜冰场。这一座城市公园啊，它除了可以溜冰，它还有欧洲最棒、最大的温泉浴场。Thermal 是形容热的，那么 thermal bath 就是指温泉了。好，我们接着回到课文中。
Winter fun in Budapest.
Zdetenyi Spa Baths contains 15 indoor baths and 3 big outdoor pools. Built in 1913, it shows the importance of baths in Hungarian culture. In fact, the first baths in Hungary were built over 2,000 years ago by the Romans. These highlights only scratch the surface of the richness of Budapest. It's one of the most charming cities in Europe, and visitors there will surely be impressed.
All right, before the break, we're talking about going to City Park in Budapest, where you can go ice skating and have some fun, but you can also go to a thermal bath there. So while you're in Budapest, make sure you stop by and take a thermal bath. You don't necessarily have to find the boss of the thermal baths, but make sure you go there, get a ticket, go on in, and take a nice hot thermal bath.
Sounds great. So the Zdetenyi Spa Baths
Wait.
Yes.
What?
Zdetenyi.
Oh, that's the name of the
That's
bath.
the name of the
Oh,
spa
okay.
baths. If it's easy to find. It's in the middle of the park, so you can't really miss it. But if you're looking at the signs, it's called Zdetenyi, which is a little difficult to pronounce. But Hungarian words are quite beautiful, really, when you learn how to say them. Zdecinyi. Lovely.
Beautiful.
Spa baths. It contains 15 indoor baths, which would be, of course, great in the wintertime, and 3 big outdoor pools. So I guess the water is quite warm. You can probably be quite comfortable sitting in it outside in the cold air, and most of your body will still be very warm. It's very old, more than 100 years, built in 1913. It shows the importance of baths in Hungarian culture. They're very clean people.
You think 1913's old? Get this. In fact, the first baths in Hungary were built over 2,000 years ago
Wow.
by the Romans.
Oh, they were also very clean.
These spa baths, they're about 100 years old. Great, and that is old.
That's old.
But bath culture in Hungary goes back a long, long ways, all the way back to the time of the ancient Romans, like
That's right.
2,000 years ago.
Romans loved their baths, and they built many all over their empire, which of course was very big. These highlights, what we've learned about Budapest so far, they only scratch the surface of the richness of Budapest. When you scratch the surface of something, it means you're only getting the basic information. There's so much more to learn about. So for example, if you go out and listen to one opera and say, oh, I know all about opera. Well, no, you only scratched the surface. It's a very complicated subject with a long history. There's a lot to learn there. But, of course, before you learn all that, you do have to scratch the surface.
Yes.
You do have to learn the basic stuff.
Yeah,
And we've introduced some of the most interesting places that any visitor would want to visit in Budapest.
Yeah, the opposite of scratching the surface would be digging deep. So
Diving
we're
into.
to dive into and dig deep into the culture of
Right.
Budapest. Well, we don't have enough time to do that, so we're just going to give you the highlights, the superficial treatment. We're just going to scratch the surface.
Right.
Now, Budapest, let's keep talking about this amazing city. It's one of the most charming cities in Europe, and visitors there will surely be impressed. Yeah, it is a charming city. If something is charming, it's very pleasant, it's great, it's nice, it's attractive. It's a place you're going to go there and just be taken aback. It's just going to make you feel warm inside. It's so charming and wonderful. Anyways, for example, Albert looked quite charming dressed in a suit. Hey, Albert, you're looking good. Good man, you're looking charming.
Maybe he's going to Budapest. That's why he's dressed so nicely.
We can't know for sure, although Albert doesn't sound like a Hungarian name.
It's true. He's just a well-dressed tourist like us.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Anyways, with that, folks, we've come to the end of our article. But don't go away. Here at Live Interactive English Magazine, the fun never stops.
城市公园里面有欧洲最棒最大的温泉浴场塞切尼水疗浴场呢，它一共有15个室内浴池，还有3个大型的户外池。那它其实是在西元1913年建造的，但这还不算早哦。匈牙利最早的浴场是由罗马人在2000多年前建造出来的，所以说泡温泉啊，在匈牙利他们文化里面是很重要的。好，这2天的课文所介绍的布达佩斯景点啊，其实只是冰山一角，我们只看到这座城市丰富内涵的表面而已。如果有机会可以去参观这个迷人的城市，一定会留下非常深刻而且难忘的回忆。好，最后来看一看 charming 这个单字，是形容很迷人的、很有魅力的。那么片语 scratch the surface of something。Scratch 就是去搔啊抓，那么 surface 是表面，所以说这个片语是指去触及某个议题的表面而已。刚刚老师们还有提到说，你可以它的相反词、相反片语是 dive into something， 或者是 dig deep into something。这个呢，则是指全心的投入、深入的研究某个事物。好啦，那以上是今天的讲解，同学们别走开，马上回来哦。
Hello， 又到了 Grammar Express， 我是 Yvette。身为艺术中心的布达佩斯，当然少不了音乐的飨宴。为了庆祝圣诞节，匈牙利国家剧院会举办胡桃钳的演出。It's a truly special treat to experience this Christmas ballet classic in such a stunning environment as the Opera House。在像是歌剧院这样令人惊艳的环境里，欣赏这出圣诞芭蕾经典舞剧，的确是一场特别的飨宴。Such 加上 a 或者是 an 加名词再加 as， 意思呢是像这样的某人事物，用来举例。名词可以是可数的单数、复数名词，或者是不可数名词，可以列一个或一个以上。 We haven't seen such a masterpiece as this for a long time. 我们很久没有见过像这样的剧作了。Such great food as what my mom makes brings me energy. 像妈妈煮的美食带给我活力。同一段里 ，When the lights go out, the orchestra begins, and the stage comes to life. You'll feel like you've entered a magical world. 当灯光熄灭，管弦乐团开始演奏，整个舞台开始变得生动活跃，你会感觉仿佛进入了一个魔幻世界。Come to life 可以表示显得真实，或者是栩栩如生，也就是文章里的用法。The stage came to life and awed the audience. 舞台变得栩栩如生，令观众们很惊艳。Come to life 还可以表示变得很刺激，或者是生动。At the midnight, the party really came to life. 到了午夜，舞会变得很热闹。片语 feel like 有以下的意思和用法，表示感觉好像的时候，后面通常接名词或者是名词子句，也就是文章里的用法。The material feels like silk. 这材质感觉像是丝绸。I feel like something is wrong. 我觉得好像有点不对劲。Feel like 还可以指想要或者是想要做，这时候后面通常接名词或者是动名词。I feel like taking a shower now. 我现在想要冲个澡。The little boy feels like some ice cream. 小男孩想要吃冰淇淋。今天介绍的文法要多练习使用哦，下次见，拜拜。
3, 2, 1, action!
玉娇龙不从父母之命嫁人，偷走清明宝剑，独自行走江湖，追求自由自在的生活，却也闯下大祸，只好灰头土脸地来到镖局找于秀莲。
Where's my boyfriend? Why did you send him away?
How dare you accuse us? I always knew you had stolen the sword. I've done nothing but protect you and your family. And you've repaid me with nothing but contempt. We wanted some peace, and you've ruined it all. You're not sister of mine.
What do I care? You're never a real friend anyway. But I wondered, how long could you last as my enemy?
Ah, 你看看这个玉娇龙，他跑到于秀莲的这个镖局说，把我的罗小虎藏到哪里去了？于秀莲就说，李慕白 has made arrangements 李慕白已经做了安排，他把他送到武当山去了。安排的名词是 arrangement, A-R-R-A-N-G-E-M-E-N-T, arrangement. 李慕白 has made arrangements. He's made arrangements for him to go to 武当 mountain. 结果玉娇龙一听就生气啊，你把他送到这武当山干嘛？是要让他去当这个道士吗？我生气，我走了。然后于秀莲也生气了，他说 How dare you accuse us？ 你胆敢指控我们，在指责我们。他用到的动词是 accuse, A-C-C-U-S-E, accuse. How dare you accuse us？ 你居然还有脸来指责我们 I always knew you had stolen the sword. 我一直知道剑是你偷的 and I've done nothing but to protect you and your family. 我一直要保护你和你的家人啊。那你回报我什么 And you have repaid me with nothing but contempt. 你回报我的就只有轻视、蔑视 contempt, C-O-N-T-E-M-P-T, contempt. 这是非常重的一个字，轻视、蔑视的名词。像你这种姑娘 ，You're no sister of mine， 你根本就不算我的妹妹啊！玉娇龙也生气，他说 What do I care? You were never a real friend anyway， 你根本就不是真的朋友。But I wonder how long could you last as my enemy？ 我看看你当我的敌人能够撑多久？哇塞，他们两个说翻脸就翻脸，就打起来了。于秀莲的功夫虽然略胜一筹，但是玉娇龙手拿着清明剑，胜败就很难说喽。请继续收看英文龙卷风。
Bye.